Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Draw. This week is Valentine's Day week. Valentine's Day is on Sunday, so the week leading up to Valentine's Day is this week. So I thought it would be nice to just do like a little Valentine's Day themed drawing. So today we are going to be drawing candy hearts. I think these are super sweet. They're like my favorite part about Valentine's Day, these little candy hearts. So I thought it would be a fun idea to draw them. So we're just going to be drawing kind of just a set of 3. You can draw these hearts in any arrangement you want. I'm just going to be doing one lying straight on its back, one on its side, and then another one at sort of an angle. So I'm just going to jump right into it, and feel free to pause whenever you need to. So the first heart, I'm going to start off right here in this corner. And I'm going to start off just by drawing kind of like a little smushed heart. So I'll kind of detail what I mean there. And these candy hearts, they are very curved, shaped hearts. So I'm really just pretty much drawing a very flattened out heart. Anyways, that was a little farther out down on the paper. But I'm going to go through and just make sure that my heart is even. So a normal heart would be a little more like this. And if you want to just draw it kind of straight on, you totally can and just leave it like that. Whereas since this one's going to be at more of an angle, I just kind of smushed it down. So it's just a little wider out. Just for your reference. So now we want to make this 3D, and if you've seen candy hearts, you know that they're kind of like cut out hearts that are a little kind of thicker. So to make this appear like it's more of like a solid thing, I'm going to extend some lines out from the sides of this little candy heart. And you can curve them or make them straight down. Mine is like slightly curved, but it's just going to come straight off the side. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just taking a line straight down the side. If you want to add a curve to it, make sure you're curving inwards so that it ends up mirroring the other side. And you want to make sure that these 2 lines are the same length. I'll just match those up. Should be a little longer. And then now I'm going to add a line straight down the middle here. This one's going to have no curve, unless you want it at a little bit of an angle, then you can curve it facing that way or facing that way. And this should be the same length as these lines as well. And then now, to finish off this heart, I'm going to follow the shape of the curve of this line of the heart here and just connect these 2 lines. You want to make sure that it's an equal length throughout. You might have to extend your original line to make that fit. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. Just follow this line here. And it should look like that. And I can even make this line a little more down the center, a little less angled. So that is our first candy heart. And don't worry, we're going to go through and shade it in, so it's going to look a little less strange. But now I'm going to go through and add in our middle heart. And this heart, I'm going to have it be lying on its side. So the ground is going to be about where I left this straight line off. So if I want to just kind of tell myself that that's where we're going to stop. So this heart is going to be lying on its side this way. You can, of course, make it go the other way around if that's what you would like to do. Which, yeah, I'm going to make it face the other way right now. So I'm going to start just kind of wherever you want to, but I'm going to start by making another heart. Another smush sideways heart, and this time you can make it any way you want because this one's going to be a little more head-on. But again, these candy hearts are a little curved, so keep that in mind as you are sketching it out. So now that one's lying on its side, and I'm going to have kind of the back of the heart be coming this way. So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to extend a line from this top part of the heart there. Then in the same width, the same curve of this heart here, I'm going to add a second line. And really quick, I'm going to make sure that this line is the exact same length as this line. So seems about the same. Hopefully, we'll find out. But I'm just going to take a line, same width all the way throughout, and just extend that down. And then I'm going to finish it off with a slight angle upwards. Since if you follow the line of this line, that's about where it would end, because it would kind of end there, and then the line would extend upwards. And I'm going to add a slight addition behind that bump there. So again, straight line out and then curve that around. Actually, that does not look great. So let me redo that. So we have this line going that way, that line would go. I guess you actually wouldn't be able to see that. So that's fine, we'll just leave it there. And then lastly, we have one more heart I'm going to draw, and it's just going to be kind of lying on its back. So we're going to see only one side of it, but I'm going to have it be covered by, I'll just have it be behind this one. So I'm going to start by, no, I'll just kind of make it its own thing. So I'm just going to start by drawing kind of a sideways smushed heart. Since this one's going to be on its side, I'm going to have the area closest to us be kind of a little bit of a bigger side of the heart. As you can see, I kind of made this side a little smaller, that side a little bigger. And then now I'm going to do the exact same thing as we did over here, and just take a line going straight down. Another line going straight down. And then follow the shape of the heart and connect them. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, draw a line straight down. And now we kind of have these 3D heart shapes that we can go in and shade. So basically this shading is going to be pretty much what we've been doing. I'm going to start by first noting where our highlights are going to be. So I'll start with the first one that we just did. So the highlight is going to be kind of in the center here, and then in the center of both of these little areas. So I'll start by adding my first layer, kind of, oopsies, everywhere that's not in those highlight region. So pretty much just all the way along the edges of the heart. And I'm keeping my stroke super, super light. Just kind of going with the flow. And I'm going to do the same thing on this area down here. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Again, keeping it super, super light. Alright, and then I'm going to transition now and do the same thing for these two. So pretty much all along the edges of these hearts, I'm going to add my first layer. Alright, so now that I've added my first layer, I'm going to pretty much just go along our normal route and start shading pretty much closer and closer towards our lines that we made. So I'm going to go in and add my second layer over here. And in this case, the shadows are going to be kind of darker in the corners. And every little like crease area. Alright, so there's that first one. I'm going to go through, do the same thing to the second one. I'm just keeping everything just super, super light. Finally, third one. Again, wherever there's corners, you really want to focus your shading in there. And then our fourth layer, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing, is just focusing in those shapes. corners. Alright, so far this is what we've got. Now, like I said, I'm going to go in with my fourth layer and just kind of go into these corners here. So anywhere where there's a corner, I'm just going to go in and define those. So you just really want to go in and shape those corners and do this for these corners. And I'm just kind of going in like L shapes. There's not really any like rhyme or reason to it. Alright, so now that all of our corners are shaded, I'm going to add a little shadow behind here because this little guy is going to cast a slight shadow on the guy behind him. And of course, our normal shading, just kind of add some depth back there. Of course, you don't have to add a shadow, but I feel like it adds a little nice something to it. I'm going to adjust the shape of this heart just a tad. Alright, so now I'm going to go through and just kind of clean up my lines and accentuate the shapes that I like. I'm trying to get these lines as straight and as defined as I can. Really just gonna add something to it. That one was a little difficult. Alright, and then this is kind of just like the general kind of shape of it. I'm going to go through and just blend out the outlines I just did just a little bit. just to make my lines not as harsh in some places. You guys can follow along when I'm doing it, but it's really just wherever you think your piece would benefit from it. Do a little bit more shading over here. Again, just kind of wherever I see fit, wherever I want to add some more depth to my drawing, I'm just going to go through and add it. And now for the fun part, to add your little messages on there. So my favorite one is always the XOXO one. The like heart you is kind of cute, like the love you one. You can write that on there sideways. And then I can just do like, I don't know what another one is. Like I'll just do XOXO again. That was hard to write sideways. Okay, but and well, really quickly I'll add some shadows underneath it so that they don't look like they're just kind of floating there. But yeah, this is our Valentine's Day drawing for this week. Alright, happy Valentine's Day everybody, stay safe. As always, if you need anything from me, I am here. Just, you know, don't hesitate to reach out. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.